And are you refreshed?
Yes.
Now what? On the aisle right here.
Thank you for being here in Sydney when exactly the same time I am. Thank you for the other people who've asked the questions that I would like to ask. I think lots of people here might be actors or writers and musicians and people who interpret life. And sometimes in doing that, obviously we have to call upon our own experiences. My question isn't like one with a question mark at the end, but could you please tell us how artists interpret life and just the problems with it? Or would you be able to expand upon that, please, for me?
Give us more about your question. Toward what end? What are you reaching for?
I think I'm reaching for how to get back to being an actor and a writer successfully after 30 years of bringing up 6 children and everything else. Probably that's the bottom line.
So you want to do something other than play the role of someone who has 6 children? Is that what you're saying?
I think, how do we interpret... You talk about life and we live our life, but when we do the artistic thing, it's...
We understand you. We like your question for a whole lot of reasons. Most significantly, well, first we'll answer your question exactly as you have asked it. Are you happy with the sound here? Are you? And then we want to give you another piece of this that is thrilling to us about it. So anytime you are wanting to present yourself for others to see, the most important thing is that you are a complete vibrational match to what you are presenting. In other words, if you don't believe your character, no one else will either. So it is more about identifying who this character is, how this character feels, because the character will find his own way of behaving once that is understood. Even better than the script writer could script it. So it's really about deciding who you are and how you feel in your role. And once you've established that, in the early days, before Esther had written any books, they were in a hotel room and Esther had her first laptop computer that day, just had taken it out of the box. And she was watching a television program, and the interviewer was interviewing a man who was very well renowned as a writer. He had a television series. And the interviewer asked him, how do you write the dialogue for your characters? And he said, I don't write it. And the interviewer said, how is that so? And he said, they write their own script. Well, what is your role then as the writer of these books? He said, I merely identify my characters, put them in a situation together, and then they behave as they would normally behave because I have so clearly identified who they are. So that really is the key to that. And you understand its implications in your world of acting, because if you've lined up with it, then you will be believable. And we also want to say that one person who really knows who they are will solicit appropriately from every other actor on the set. In other words, if you really know who you are, and any of you who have spent any time doing that have had that experience, haven't you? Where someone so knows who they are that they just insist that you behave as you're supposed to behave because they so know who they are. Now, you've probably already guessed the reason that we like this question so much, because you are doing the same thing all day, every day. As you perceive yourself to be, the way you are presenting yourself in this world. We would put a different slant on it in the sense that as an actor, you care very much about the way you are being received by your audience, where we would rather that you care only about your alignment with that broader perspective, the alignment between you and you. But it's nice to identify who you are. I'm a prosperous being. I'm a healthy being. I'm a helpful being. I'm an uplifting being. This is who I am. And as you practice knowing who you are, then you can't help but offer a vibration about it. And law of attraction will match you up with those who want that, who get that, who understand that, and who are also that. Helpful?
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah. Now what? On the aisle here.